Alright guys, so this is, oh my gosh, let me adjust my pants. We're back. So this is going to be part 1 of 2. Maybe I'll do it all in one part. I don't know, I'm not sure. But a couple of you guys suggested that we do a, like beginner type of thing. Like a beginner, just like basics. Like how to ride a motorcycle. So we're going to. Because you guys ask, so I deliver. It's how this relationship works, bro. And it took me forever to find a parking lot where nobody was in. Hopefully, nobody comes out and asks me to leave. If they do, not a big deal. So my bike's super dirty right now. Look at it. She's disgusting looking. Because, yeah, we went on a super long road trip. But yeah, anyways. So we're going to do a walk around of the bike, first off. And then we're going to go over all the stuff you need to know. So let's get into it. So, quick walk around. Obviously, motorcycle, you know. So, beginning. You have your key right here. Obviously, you know, just key. Turn it on, turn it off, whatever. Right here, you have clutch, rear brake, throttle. Is this salt? I don't know what this is. And then this is going to be on and off kill switch. So up is off, down is on. This is how you start. Brights off. Turn signal right, turn signal left. And on motorcycles, at least on mine, to cancel your turn signals, when you click it right, it's going to go on forever. So you have to click it in. And then when you click it left, same thing, you have to click it in to cancel. It's not like a car where it just cancels. And then obviously, horn. So that's pretty basic. Up top on the handlebars, obviously, gas tank right there. Seat, you sit right there. That's how you ride. That's pretty self-explanatory. Rear seat, rear foot pegs. If you guys have a backpack, honestly, I should probably just pull those off because let's be real here, it's never gonna happen. So we just leave those boys flipped up. Nobody cares. Anyways, foot pegs, put yours there. Put your other foot there. Pretty simple. So, on the left side, this right here is going to be your clutch. Depending on your shifting, 90% of bikes are going to be standard shifting. So, down is 1, and then up is the rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, down 1, up 5. That makes 6, right? Yeah, we're good. And then on the right side, we're going to have your rear brake. Right there. Rear brake does probably 25% of your stopping power. Rear brake is going to be, what is this? Let's put this back on. What the heck, bro? Rear brake is going to be, Rear brake is going to be for gradually slowing down, kind of assisting your slowdown. Main stopping power is going to come from this front brake right there. So, turning on the bike. Oh, sorry. So that's probably about all you need to know about just basic controls, everything. It's pretty simple. There's not a lot that, you know, there's not a lot of buttons to press. Like, it's pretty easy. So, stepping on. Usually, you get on the left side. Side your kickstand is on, get on that side. Because it's going to be a lot easier to swing your way over and plant on this other foot. Just like that. And then you can transition your weight. Lots of people are going to be super nervous the first time they step on their bike because, I mean, you read the weight, you read your owner's manual, and you're like, wow, 400 pounds, I mean, that's actually on the lighter side, but like this bike, like 400 pounds-ish on a motorcycle, and I have to control that with my hips, like that's a lot of weight, you know. It's scary. So, it's actually not though. You control it a lot just in your hips. And yeah. So, you get on, balance your bike. You'll flip your kickstand up. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's probably going to think I'm weird talking to myself. I don't care. So anyways, you're going to turn your key on. right now, most bikes have a gear indicator. So looking at the dash, we're gonna have clock, obviously. This is RPMs. This is gonna be my speed. This is gonna be my gas right here. And then this is just how long I've gone on the trip. And then full tank of gas and coolant. So you can see here, this is your gear indicator. If you're on an R6, some older models don't have a gear indicator, or not a gear indicator, a gas gauge. But that's fine. You don't need a gas gauge when you're going mock Jesus. I don't even need a gas gauge, dude. Gas gauges are overrated. If you run out of gas, that's on you. Be better. So right here you see first gear. So first gear is going to be all the way at the bottom on my bike. So we're going to go through changing gears right now. Changing gears, you're going to squeeze your clutch all the way in. Each clutch is going to have a friction zone. So how you want to find your friction zone, you make sure you're in first. So, okay, before we do that, sorry, I'm not a good teacher, guys. Work with me here. So you're going to squeeze your clutch in. You want to click all the way down. If your gears don't shift, you're going to want to roll the bike a little bit, and then it should shift. Keep in mind, the bike is off right now. We are just learning right now. We're still learning. So we're comfortable with sitting. We're comfortable with sitting right now. So, bro, who's Snapchatting me? Get out of here. So we're comfortable with sitting. So now, we turn the bike on. We can see the gears. Clutch in. Kick all the way down. All the way down to first. So you can roll. With the clutch in, when you're in gear, you can only roll with the clutch in. So see how I'm rolling with my clutch in? If I release the clutch, see how it stops? And I can roll. Clutch in, roll, 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 clutch out, stop. Just like that. So shifting gears. Right now, we're going to do really easy, really simple. We're going to be stopped. Get out of here, bro. Who's texting me? I'm making a video. So clutch in. This is going to be how simple changing gears is. You're going to pull your clutch in. You're going to click up into your next gear. Clutch out. Just like that. And I actually half a clicked up, so I'm in neutral. So clutch in. You're going to click up. And release your clutch. That's it. That's how you switch gears. You'll do that from all the way up to 6th, and then shifting down, you're going to clutch in, click down. Obviously, this isn't going to click down because I'm in first, and then clutch out. Now, when you clutch down, you're going to want to do rev matching. That's the easiest way to clutch down. It's a lot smoother on your bike. If you want to learn how to rev match, I do have a video on that. I'll link it at the end of this, whatever. So, yeah. But when you do release your clutch when you're driving, what am I saying? When you're riding, when you do release your clutch, everything is smooth. So if I'm riding, and I clutch in and rev super high and just dump my clutch, that's going to pop my wheel up. And if you want a wheelie, that's great. But if you don't, then don't do that. But a lot of you are going to be thinking like, oh, I want to ease out the clutch. Like, all the time when I'm clutching up, I want to ease out. And that's not necessarily the case. When you are riding, you're going to be riding, you're going to clutch up. And then if your RPMs are just, if you're not revving, if they're just stagnant, you can just dump your clutch. It's not a big deal. And obviously it's going to depend on bike to bike, being smooth, being not smooth. But yeah, a lot of it is just learning your bike, learning how your bike reacts to what you do. So that's shifting up, that's shifting down. So we're going to start the bike now. Put this down so it's not so loud. So first thing, you cannot start the bike without squeezing the clutch in when you're not in gear. If I try, see how it doesn't work? It doesn't work. So you're going to pull your clutch in. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Pull your clutch in, start your bike, and you're fine. You can roll freely, but if you dump your clutch, so my hand's not on my throttle, I'm in first. If I release my clutch, see how it pulls me forward? It jerks me forward like that. That's, you stall. You stall your engine there. So You cannot release your clutch fully when you are in gear. So we start again, and we clutch in, kick up to neutral. Now we can let our clutch go. But the bike will roll freely. Keep that in mind. The bike will roll freely when we are in neutral. But yeah, so you clutch in, clutch back down on shifting. Now we're back in first. So explaining the friction zone here, you can see as I let my clutch out, my bike is going to be in a roll. And you're going to hear on my engine, it kind of strains a little bit. See that? So as a new rider, you're going to want to play with your bike and find that friction zone. Find that zone, and when you start rolling, then you're going to want to clutch back in and just gradually squeeze that front brake, come to a stop. And you're going to do that till you're comfortable pretty much. And then, yeah, after that, you've pretty much done all you can just being stationary. So from there, we're going to be getting going. Now the main thing is, get your feet up on the pegs as soon as you can. I know it's going to be scary, but you need to trust your bike. It will not fall over on you unless you do something that's going to make it fall over. So getting going, we're going to release to that friction zone. Right as we feel that friction zone, we're just going to give it a little bit of gas. And see how this just that smooth takeoff, and once you give it that little bit of gas, you're going to slowly let your clutch out. Just like that. So when you hit this position, you're going to just want to cruise. Obviously keep both hands on the handlebars. I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. You're going to cruise. You're just going to be riding around. Now I'm on a sport bike, so turning is not really a big thing. Everything that I do on a sport bike is going to be through my hips. So I'm going to be scooted back in my seat, legs are going to be gripping the gas tank, and I want to go right, I'm going to shift my hips right. Want to go left, I'm going to shift them left. Obviously you see, for lower speed maneuvers, you are going to turn a little bit. You are going to be turning. But once you hit that high speed, it's all going to be in your hips. And I cannot express this enough. Look where you want to go. That's the biggest thing, is target fixation. People get stuck, and that's how they wreck, is they're looking somewhere, their bike goes there, and they wreck. So say I want to go to that light post over there. I'm going to look, and I'm going to turn. And then my bike's just going to follow me through. So looking and turning, exactly like that. And then you want to do a U-turn, you're going to overcompensate with the U-turns. But that is a little more advanced maneuver that we'll get to a little bit later. So that's going to be probably in part 2. Yeah, but we'll get there. So right now, we're going to be stopping. You're going to be going, you're going to be freaking out, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm going 11 miles an hour, this is so fast. My mom can't even run that fast, like, this is crazy. Right? So stopping. Keep in mind, if you do get slow enough without squeezing that clutch in, your bike will stall. So coming to a stop, you're going to clutch in, you're going to ease on your front brake as you ease on your back brake. Same power, like it very, very smooth. So we're going to stop. Let's look to where we want to stop. We're going to clutch in, and then we're just going to squeeze both of these brakes. When we come to a stop, we're going to put our left foot down, and there we go. We came to a stop. So doing that again, we're easing out the clutch as we get going. We're riding. We find where we want to stop, pull the clutch in, and squeeze on both of those brakes. Left foot down. There we go. Keep in mind, while I am stopped, I am in first gear, so I'm going to be squeezing that clutch in the whole time I'm in first gear. So one more time, I'm going to be riding, cruising around. riding, finding where we want to stop, pulling that clutch in, easing on those brakes, and putting our foot down. Awesome. And then I do want to explain one more thing. So easing clutch out, gas, we're riding, clutch is all the way out, we're riding fine. As you can hear my bike right now, and then as soon as I pull the clutch in, see how it drops my RPMs? That's how you know your clutch is going to be engaged, and it sounds different. There's no strain from the engine. It sounds completely different. So if you want to ride and just play with that a little bit, just pull your clutch in and coast. And just learn to coast with your clutch in. And then as we get going again, we're going to ease the clutch back out as we ease back on gas. Clutch in, we're going to be coasting. We want to start going again. Slowly clutch out as we ease on the gas. We find a place we want to stop. Clutch in, gas off, bolt the brakes, foot down, and we stop. You want to click up into neutral, your clutch is still in. You're going to just slightly press up on that. You can see it reads neutral. You can leave your clutch out, turn the bike off, put your kickstand down, turn your handlebars to the left, you step off, also to the left, and that's it. So that's going to be the very basics of how the bike works, everything like that. I'm going to be doing a part 2 where I'm going to go through U-turns, also in the parking lot, shifting up into second, and then we'll take it out on the street and I'll explain some stuff there. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.